Julius Caesar.
Why, sir, a carpenter.
Where's thy leather apron and thy rule? The dost thou is thy best apparel? You, sir, what trade art you?
Truly, sir, in respect to the fine workman, I am, but as you would say, a cobbler.
But what trade art thou? Answer me directly.
A trade, sir, that I hope I may use with a safe conscience, which is indeed, sir, a mender of bad souls.
What trade, thou naughty knave, what trade?
Nay, I beseech you, sir, be not out with me. Yet if you be out, sir, I can mend you.
What meanest thou by that? Mend me, thou saucy fellow?
Why, sir, cobble you.
Thou art a cobbler, art thou?
Truly, sir, all that I live by is with the all. I meddle with no tradesman's matters, nor women's matters, but with all. I am indeed, sir, a surgeon to old shoes. When they are in great danger, I recover them. As proper men as ever, trod upon neat's leather, have gone upon my handiwork.
But wherefore not in thy shop today? Why dost thou lead these men about the streets?
Truly, sir, to wear up their shoes. To get myself into more work. But indeed, sir, we make holiday to see Caesar, and to rejoice in his triumph.
Wherefore rejoice? What conquest brings him home? What tributaries follow him to Rome? To grace in captive bonds his chariot wheels? You blocks, you stones, you worse than senseless things. Oh, you hard hearts, you cruel men of Rome. You know Pompey? Many a time and oft have you climbed up to walls and battlements, to towers and windows, yea, to chimney tops. To your infants in your arms, and there sat that livelong day with patient expectations, to see great Pompey pass the streets of Rome. And when you saw but his chariot appear, have you not made a universal shout? The Tiber trembled underneath her banks to hear the replications of your sound made in her concave shores. Your infants in your arms. Be gone, run to your houses, fall upon your knees, pray to gods to interpret the plague that need must light on this ingratitude.
Go, go, good countrymen, and for this fault, assemble at the poor men resort, draw them to the Tiber banks, and weep your tears into the channel, till the lowest stream do kiss you most exalted shores of all. Go! See, where the basest men will be not moved. They vanish tongue-tied in their guiltiness. Go you down that way toward the castle. This way will I. This road the images where you do find them, decked with ceremonies.
May we do so? You know it's to be salute for Cal.
It is no matter. This robe the images where you find them.
Calpurnia!
Peace! Ho! Caesar speaks.
Calpurnia!
Here, my lord.
Stand you directly in Antonius' way, when he doth run his course. Antonius!
Caesar, my lord.
Forget not in your speed, Antonius, to touch Calpurnia. For our elders say that the barren touched in this holy chase shake off their sterile curse.
I shall remember. When Caesar says do this, it is performed.
Set on and leave no ceremony out.
Caesar!
Ha! Who calls?
Bid every noise be still. Peace, yet again.
Who is it in the press that calls on me? I hear a tongue shriller than all the music cries Caesar. Speak, Caesar is turned to hear.
Beware the eyes of March.
What man is that?
A soothsayer bids you beware the Ides of March.
Set him before me. Let me see his face.
Fellow, come from the psalm upon Caesar.
What sayest thou to me now? Speak once again.
Beware the Ides of March.
He is a dreamer. Let us leave him. Pass.
Will you go see the order of the course?
Not I.
I pray you to.
I'm not gamesome. I do lack some part of that quick spirit that is in Antony. Let me not hinder, Cassius, your desires. I'll leave you.
Brutus, I do observe you now of late. I have not from your eyes that show of love and gentleness as I was wont to have. You bear too stubborn and too strange a hand over a friend that loves you.
Cassius, be not deceived. Vexed I am of late with passions of some difference, conceptions only proper to myself, which give some soil, perhaps, to my behaviors. But let not, therefore, my good friends be grieved, among which number, Cassius, be you one. Nor construe any further my neglect in that poor Brutus, with himself at war, forgets the shows of love to other men.
Then I have much mistook your passion, by means whereof this breast of mine has buried thoughts of great value, worthy cogitations. Tell me, good Brutus, can you see your face?
No, Cassius, for the eye sees not itself, but by reflection, by other things.
'Tis just, and is very lamented, Brutus, that there are no such mirrors as will turn your hidden worthiness into your eye.
Into what dangers would you lead me, Cassius, that you have me seek into myself for that which is not in me?
Therefore, Brutus, be prepared to hear, and since you know that you cannot see yourself so well as by reflection, I, your glass, will modestly discover to yourself that of yourself you yet know not of. And be not jealous on me. If you do know that I fawn on men and hug them hard and after scandal them, or if you know that I profess myself to banqueting and all the rout, then hold me dangerous.
What means this shouting? I do fear the people choose Caesar for their king.
I do fear it, then I must think you would not have it so.
I would not, Cassius, yet I love him well.
I know that virtue to be in you, Brutus, as I do know your outward favor. While honor is the subject of my story, I do not know what you or other men think of this life, for my single self, I had lief not be as lived to be and of such a thing as I myself. I was born free as Caesar, so are you. We both have fed as well, and both endured the winter's cold as well as he, for once upon a raw and gusty day, the troubled Tiber chiding with her shores, Caesar said to me, "Dost thou, Cassius, now leap in with me into this angry flood and swim to yonder point?" Accoutred as I was, I plunged in and bade him follow, so indeed he did. The torrent roared, and we did buffet, with lusty sinew, throwing it aside and stemming it with hearts of controversy. But ere we could arrive at the point proposed, Caesar cried, "Help me, Cassius, for I sink." I, as Annius, our great ancestor, did from the flames of Troy the old Anchises bear, did I the tired Caesar. And this man is now become a god, and Cassius is a wretched creature that must bend his body of Caesar carelessly, but not on him. He had a fever when he was in Spain, and when the fit was on him, I did mark how he did shake. 'Tis true, this god did shake. The tired lips did from their colors fly, and that same eye whose bend doth all the world did lose his luster. I did hear him groaning, aye, that tongue of his that bade the Romans mark and write his speeches in the books. Alas, it cried, "Give me some drink, Titinius," as a sick girl. Oh, ye gods, it doth amaze me how a man of such fevered temper should so get the start of the majestic world and bear the palm alone.
Another general shout. I do believe that he's applauses for some new honors heaped on Caesar.
Why, man, he doth bestride the world like a colossus, and we petty men walk under his huge legs and peep about ourselves to find ourselves dishonorable graves. Men that sometimes are masters of their own fate, the fault, dear Brutus, not in our stars, but in ourselves that we are underlings.
That you do love me, I am nothing jealous of. What you would work me to, I have some aim. How I have thought of this time and of these times, I shall recount hereafter. For this present, I would not so with love I might entreat you, be any further moved. What you have said, I will consider. What you have to say, I will find the time both meet to hear and answer such high things. Till then, my noble friend, chew upon this. Brutus had rather be a villager than to repute himself a son of Rome under these hard times as his condition is like to lay upon us.
I am glad that my weak words have struck us thus much show of fire from Brutus.
The games are done, and Caesar is returning.
When they pass by, pluck Casca by his sleeve, and he will, after sour fashion, tell you what has proceeded worthy note today.
I will do so. But look you, Cassius. The angry spot doth glow on Caesar's brow, and the rest look like a chid in train. Calpurnia's cheek is pale. Cicero looks with such ferret and such fiery eyes as we have seen him in the Capitol, being crossed in conference by some senators.
Casca will tell us what the matter is.
Antonius,
Caesar?
let me have men about me that are fat, sleek-headed men, and such as sleep o' nights. Yon Cassius over there has a lean and hungry look. He thinks too much. Such men are dangerous.
Fear him not, Caesar. He is not dangerous. He is a noble Roman and well given.
Would he were fatter, but I fear him not. Yet if my name were liable to fear, I do not know the man I should avoid so soon as that spare Cassius. He reads much, he is a great observer, and he looks quite through the deeds of men. He loves no plays as thou dost, Antony. He hears no music. Seldom he smiles and such a sort as if he mocked himself, and scorned his spirit that could be moved to smile at anything. Such men as he be never at heart's ease, lest they behold a greater than themselves. Therefore are they very dangerous. I rather tell thee what is to be feared than what I fear. For always I am Caesar. Come on my left ear, for this one is deaf. And tell me truly what thou thinkst of him.
You pulled me by the cloak. Would you speak with me?
Aye, Casca, tell us what have chanced that Caesar looks so sad.
Why, you were with him, were you not?
I should not then ask Casca what had chanced.
Why, there was a crown offered him, and being offered him, he put it by with the back of his hand thus, and the people fell shouting.
What was the second noise for?
Why, for that too.
They shouted thrice. What was the third cry for?
Why, that too.
Was the crown offered him thrice?
I, Mary, wast, and at every putting by, mine honest neighbors shouted.
Who offered him the crown?
Antony!
Tell us the manner of it, gentle Casca.
Well, he was very loath to lay his fingers off it, and when he offered it the third time, and put it the third time by, the rabblement hooted, and clapped their chopped hands, and threw up their sweaty nightcaps, and let out such a deal of stinking breath, because he refused the crown, that it almost choked Caesar, for he swounded and fell down at it. But for mine own part, I dares not laugh, for fear of opening my mouth and receiving the bad air.
But soft, I pray you, did Caesar swound?
He fell down, foamed at the mouth, and was speechless.
'Tis very like he hath the falling sickness.
No, Caesar has it not, but you and I and honest Casca, we have the fallen sickness.
I know not what you mean by that, but I am sure Caesar fell down. And if the tag-rag people did not clap him and hiss him as he pleased and displeased them, as they used to do the players in the theater, I am no true man.
What said he when he came unto himself?
Mary, when he perceived the common herd was glad he refused the crown, he plucked me ope his doublet and offered them his throat to cut. And if I were a man of any occupation, I would not have taken him at a word. I would I might go to hell among the rogues. So he fell. When he came unto himself, he asked if he had done or said anything amiss, for he wished his worships think it was his infirmity. 3 or 4 wenches where I stood cried, "Alas, good soul!" and forgave him with all their hearts. But there's no heed to be taken of them, for if he had stabbed their mothers, they would have done no less.
And after that he came thus sad away.
Aye,
Did Cicero say anything?
aye, he spoke Greek.
To what extent?
Nay, and I'll tell you that, I'll never look you in the face again. But those that understood him smiled and shook their heads. But for mine own part, it was all Greek to me. There's more news too. Maurus and Flavius, for pulling scarves off of Caesar's images, are put to silence. There's more foolery yet, if I could remember it.
Will you sup with me tonight?
No! I am promised for it.
Will you dine with me tomorrow?
Aye, if your mind whole, I be alive, and your dinner worth eating.
Good. I will expect you.
Do so! Farewell, both.
What a blunt fellow is this grown to be. He was quick mental when he went to school.
So is he now in execution of any bold or noble enterprise. However, he puts on this tardy form. This rudeness is saucious good wit, which makes his men's stomach to digest his words with better appetite.
And so it is. For this time, I will leave you. Tomorrow, if you please to speak with me, I will wait for you.
I will do so. Till then, think of the world. Oh, Brutus, how noble, yet I cease thy honorable medal may be rout from that it is disposed. Caesar does bear me hard, but he loves Brutus. I will this night in several hands in at his window's throat, writings, all tending to the great opinion that Rome holds of his name. After this, let Caesar seat him, for we will shake him, or worse days endure.
Even Casca, brought you Caesar home, why are you breathless and why stare you so?
Are you not moved when all the earth shakes like a thing unfirm? Oh, Cicero, I have seen tempests where the scolding winds have rived the knotty oaks, and I have seen the ambitious ocean swell and rage and foam to be exalted with the threatening clouds. But never till tonight, never till now, did I see a tempest dropping fire. Either there is a civil strife in heaven, or else the world, too saucy with the gods, incenses them to send destruction.
Why, saw you anything more wonderful?
A common slave, you know him well by sight, held up his left hand, which did flame and burn, like 20 torches joined, and yet his hand, not sensible of fire, remained unscorched. Besides, I had not set my sword against the Capitol when I met a lion, who glazed upon me and went surly by without annoying me. And there were drawn upon a heap 100 ghastly women, transformed with their fear, who swore they all saw men dressed in fire, walking up and down the streets. And yesterday, even at noonday, I saw the bird of night at the marketplace, hooting and shrieking. When these prodigies do so conjointly meet, let not men say, these are the reasons, for they are natural. For I believe they are portentous things upon the climate that they point upon.
Indeed, it is a strange disposed time, but men may construe things after their fashion, clean from the purpose of the things themselves. Come, Caesar, to the Capitol tomorrow.
He doth, for he did bid Antonius send word to you he'd be there tomorrow.
Good night, then, Casca. This disturbed sky is not to walk in.
Farewell, Cicero.
Who's there?
A Roman!
Casca, by your voice.
Your ear is good, Cassius. What night is this?
A very pleasing night to honest men.
Oh, whoever knew the heavens menace so?
Those who know the earth so full of hearts. For my own part, I have walked about these streets, submitting myself into the perilous night, and thus embraced. As you see, Casca, have bared my bosom to the thunderstorm, and when the crossbow lightning did seem to open the breast of heaven, I did present myself in the aim and very flash of it.
But why would you tempt the heavens so? It is the part of men to fear and tremble when the most mighty gods by token send such heralds to astonish us.
You're dull, Casca, and those sparks of life in a Roman you do want. Now could I, Casca, name to thee a man most like this dreadful night, that lightens, sunders, opens graves, and roars as doth the lion in the Capitol. A man no mightier than thyself or me, but in personal action prodigious grown and fearful as these strange eruptions are.
'Tis Caesar that you mean, is it not, Cassius?
Let it be who it is, for Romans now have thews and limbs to their ancestors, but woe the while. Our fathers' minds are dead, and we are governed by our mother spirits. Our yoke and sufferance show us womanish.
Indeed. They say the senators mean to establish Caesar as a king tomorrow, who will wear his crown by sea and land, in every place, save here in Italy.
Then I will know where to wear this dagger then. Cassius from bondage will deliver Cassius. The power of tyranny that I do bear I can shake off at pleasure.
So can I. So every bondman shares the power to cancel his captivity.
Why should Caesar be a tyrant then? Poor man, I know he will not be a lion, but that he sees Romans are but sheep. He were no lion, if Romans are but hinds. Those who all make a fire will make it, will start it with his weak straws. What trash in Rome, what rubbish, and what awful when it serves as the base matter to illuminate so vile a thing as him. Oh grief, where hast thou left me? I perhaps speak this before a willing bondman, then I know my answer must be made. But I am armed, and dangers are to me indifferent.
Well, you speak to Casca, and to such a man that is no clearing telltale. Hold my hand. Be factious in redress of all these griefs, and I will set this foot of mine as far as who goes farthest.
There's a bargain made. Now know you, Casca, I have moved some of the noblest minded Romans to undergo with me an execution of bold and noble enterprise. And I do know by this they wait for me in Pompey's porch.
Stand close a while, for here comes one in haste.
'Tis Cinna. I do know him by his gait. Where haste you so, Cinna?
To find out you who's that, Metellisimber?
No, 'tis Casca. One incorporate to our attempts. I'm not stayed for, Cinna.
I'm glad, Aunt. What a fearful night is this. There's 2 or 3 of us have seen strange sights.
Am I not stayed for? Tell me.
Oh, yes. Oh, Cassius, if you could but win the noble Brutus to our party.
Be you content, good Cinna. Now, take this and lay it in the praetor's chair where Brutus may find it. Throw this in at his windows, and set this up at old Brutus's statue. All this done, repair to Pompey's porch. Is Decius Brutus and Trebonius there?
All but Metellisimber, and he's gone to find you at your house. Well, I will bestow these papers as you bade me.
All this done, repair to Pompey Theater. Come, Casca. You and I will yet ere day see Brutus at his house. 3 parts of the man is ours already, and the man entire, upon the next encounter, yields is ours.
Oh, he that sits high in all the people's hearts, that which would appear offense in us, his countenance, like richest alchemy, will change to virtue and to worthiness.
Him, his worst, and our great need of him you have so well conceded. Let us go, for it is after midnight, and ere day we will awake him and be sure of him.
By the progress of the stars, give guess how near today. Lucius, I say! I would it were my fault to sleep so soundly. When, Lucius, when? Awake, I say! What, Lucius?
Called you, my lord?
Get me a taper in my study. When it is lighted, come and call me here. And turn the chair.
I will, my lord.
It must be by his death. And for my part, I know no personal cause to spurn at him but for the general. He would be crowned. How that might change his nature, there is the question. It is the bright day that brings forth the adder that craves weary walking. Crown him that, and grant we put a sting in him, that at his will he may do danger with. The abuse of greatness is when it disjoins remorse from power. And to speak truth of Caesar, I have not known when his affection swayed more than his reason. But 'tis a common proof that lowliness is young ambition's ladder, whereto the clamber upward turns his face. And when he once attains the utmost round, he then unto the ladder turns his back.
The taper burneth in your closet, sir. Searching around the window for flint, I found these papers thus sealed up. And I'm sure they did not lie there when I went to bed.
Get into bed again. It is not day. It is not tomorrow, boy, the Ides of March.
I know not, sir.
Look in the calendar and bring me word.
I will, sir.
The exhalations whizzing in the air give so much light as it may read by them. Brutus, thou sleepst. Awake and see thyself. Shall Rome, etc. Speak, strike, redress? Brutus, thou sleepst. Awake. Such instigations have been often dropped where I took them up. Shall Rome, etc. Thus must I piece it out. Shall Rome stand under one man's awe? What? Rome? My ancestors did from the streets of Rome the Tarquin drive when he was called a king.
Sir, march has wasted 15 days.
'Tis good. Go to the gate. Somebody knocks. Since Cassius first did wet me against Caesar, I have not slept.
Sir, tis Brother Cassius at the door, who doth desire to see you.
Is he alone?
No, sir, there are no with him.
Do you know them?
No, sir, their hats are plucked back their ears, and half their faces buried in their cloaks, so that I might not discover them by any means of favor.
Let him enter. They are the faction. O conspiracy, shamest thou to hide thy dangerous brow by night when evils are most free? O then by day, where wilt thou find a cavern dark enough to hide thy monstrous visage? Seek none, conspiracy. Hide it in smiles and affability.
I think we are too bold upon your rest and moral Brutus. Did we trouble you?
I've been up this hour, awake all night. No one like these men that come along with you.
Yes, every man of them, and no man here but honors you, and everyone does wish you had that opinion that every noble Roman bears of you. This is Trebonius, this Decius Brutus, this Casca, this Cinna, and this Metellus Cimber.
They're all welcome. What watchful cares do interpose themselves betwixt your eyes and night?
Shall I entreat a word?
Here lies the east. Does not the day break here?
No.
Oh, yes, sir, it doth, and yon great lines that fret the clouds are messengers of day.
You shall confess you are both deceived. Here, as I point my sword, the sun arises, which is a great way growing on the south, weighing the youthful season of the year. Some 2 months hence, up higher towards the north, he first presents his fire. And the high east stands as the capital, directly here.
Give me your hands all over, one by one.
And let us swear a resolution.
No, not an oath. Do not stain the even virtue of our enterprise, nor the expressive metal of our spirit. To think that, or our cause, or performance did need an oath, when every drop of blood that every Roman bears and nobly bears is guilty of a several bastardy, if he do break the smallest particle of any promise that is passed from him.
But what of Cicero? Shall we sound him? I think he'll stand very strong with us.
Indeed, let us not leave him out.
No, by no means.
Oh, let us have him, for his silver hairs will purchase us a good opinion, and by men's voices to commend our deeds, it shall be said his judgment ruled our hands. Our youth and wildness shall not would appear, but all be bearing his gravity.
Oh, name him not. Let us not break with him, for he'll never follow anything that other men begin.
Shall no one else be touched but only Caesar?
Well, urged Theseus, I think it does not meet that Mark Antony, so well beloved of Caesar, should outlive Caesar. We shall find him a shrewd contriver, and his means, if he does improve on them, shall so well stretch as to annoy us all, which to prevent, let Antony and Caesar fall together.
Our course will seem too bloody, Caius Cassius, to cut the head off and then hack the limbs like wrath and death and envy afterwards, for Antony is but a limb of Caesar. Let's be sacrificers, but not butchers, Caius. For Mark Antony, think not of him, for he can do no more than Caesar's arms when Caesar's head is off.
For the engrafted love he bears
Alas,
towards...
good Cassius, think not of him, for all that he can do is to himself. Take thought and die for Caesar, and that were much he should, for he's given to sports, to wildness, and much company.
There is no fear in him. Let him not die, for he'll live and laugh at this hereafter.
Peace! Count the clock!
The clock has stricken 3.
'Tis time to part.
But it is doubtful yet whether Caesar will come forth today or no. He has superstitious grown of late, cried from the main opinion he had once of fantasies, of dreams, and ceremonies. It may be these apparent prodigies, the unaccustomed terror of the night, and the persuasion of his arguers that may keep him in the capital today.
Never feared that. If he be so resolved, I can or sway him. For he loves to hear that unicorns may be betrayed with trees, and bears with glasses, elephants with holes, lions with tolls, and men with flatters. But when I tell him he hates flatters, he says he does, being then most flattered. Let me work, for I can give him humor, the true bent, and I will bring him to the capital.
Nay, we will all of us be there to fetch him.
By the 8th hour, is that the uttermost?
Be that the uttermost, and fail not then.
Caius Ligarius doth bear Caesar hard, who rated him speaking well of Pompey. I wonder none of you have thought of him.
And now, good Metellus, go along by him. He loves me well, and I have given him reasons. Send him but hither, and I'll fashion him.
The morning comes upon us. We'll leave you, Brutus. And friends, disperse yourselves. But remember what you have said today, and show yourselves true Romans.
Good gentlemen, let not our looks put on our purposes. Look fresh and merrily, and bear it, as our Roman actors do, with formal constancy and untired spirits. And so good morrow to you, everyone. Boy, Lucius! Fast asleep? It is no matter. Enjoy the honey-dews of slumber. Thou hast no figures, nor no fantasies, which busy care draws in the brains of men. Therefore, thou sleep so sound.
Brutus?
Portia! It is not for your health thus to commit your weak condition to the raw cold morning.
Not for yours neither. You ungently, Brutus, stole from our bed, and yesternight at supper you suddenly arose and walked about musing and sighing with your arms crossed. And when I asked you what the matter was, you stared upon me with ungentle looks. I urged you further, then you scratched your head and too impatiently stamped with your foot. Yet I insisted, yet you answered not, but gave an angry wafture of your hand, giving sign for me to leave, which I did, fearing to strengthen that impatience which seemed too much enkindled, and withal hoping it was but an effective humor which hath the sour of every man. I will not let you eat, nor talk, nor sleep, and could it work so much upon your shape as it hath much prevailed on your condition, I should not know you, Brutus. Dear my lord, make me acquainted with your cause of grief.
I am not well in health, and that is all.
Brutus is wise, and were he not in health, he would embrace the means to come by it.
Why, so I do. Good Portia, go to bed.
Is Brutus sick? And will he walk unbraced and suck up the dank humors of the morning? What, is Brutus sick? And will he steal from his wholesome bed to dare the vile contagion of the night and tempt the roomy and unpurged air to add unto his sickness? No, my Brutus, you have some sick offense within your mind, which by the right and virtue of my place I ought to know of. So upon my knee, I charm you by my once commended beauty, by all our vows of love and that great vow which did incorporate and make us one, that you unfold to me, yourself, your half, why you are heavy, and what men have had resort to you tonight, for here have been some 6 or 7 who hide their faces even from darkness.
Kneel not, gentle Portia.
I should not need if you were gentle Brutus. Within the bonds of marriage, tell me, Brutus, is it accepted I should know no secret that appertain to you? Am I yourself, but in sort or limitation to keep with you at meals, comfort your bed, and talk to you sometimes? Dwell I but in the suburbs of your good pleasure. If it be no more, Portia is Brutus's harlot, not his wife.
You are a true and honorable wife, as dear to me as are the ruddy drops that visit my sad heart.
If this were true, then should I know this secret? I grant I am a woman, but a woman Lord Brutus took to wife. I grant I am a woman, but a woman well reputed, Lord Cato's daughter? Think you I am no stronger than my sex, being so fathered and so husbanded? Tell me your counsels, I will not disclose them. I can keep my husband's secrets.
Oh, ye gods, render me worthy of this noble wife. Hark, hark, one knocks. Portia, go in a while. And by thy bosom shall partake the secrets of my heart. All my engagements I will construe to thee, all the characteries of my sad brows. Leave me with haste. Lucius, who's that knocks?
'Tis the sick man who doth our see you.
Caius Ligarius, that Metellus spake of. Boy, stand aside. Caius Ligarius, how?
Vouchsafe good morrow from a feeble tongue.
Oh, what a time have you chose out, brave Caius, to wear a kerchief. Would you were not sick?
I am not sick. If Brutus have in hand any exploit worthy the name of honor.
Such an exploit have I in hand. Had you a healthful ear to hear of it?
By all the gods I rode and bow before, I here discard my sickness. Brave son, soul of Rome, derived from honorable lines. Thou, like an exorcist, has conjured out my mortified spirit. Now bid me run, and I will strive with things impossible, yea, get the better of them. What's to do?
A piece of work that will make sick men whole.
But are not some whole that we must make sick?
That must we also. What it is, Machias, we're going to whom it must be done.
Sit on your foot, and with a heart new fired, I follow thee. To do, I know not what, but it sufficeth that Brutus leads me on.
Follow me then.
Nor heaven nor earth hath been at peace tonight. Thrice Calpurnia in her sleep cried out, "Help, help! They murder Caesar!" Who's within?
My lord?
It's just you. Go bid the priest do present sacrifice and tell me their opinions of success.
I will, my lord.
What mean you, Caesar? Think you to walk forth? You shall not stir out of your house today.
Caesar shall forth. The things that threaten me ne'er look but on my back. When they shall see the face of Caesar, they are vanished.
Caesar, I never stood on ceremonies, yet now they fright me. There is one within. Besides, the things that we have heard and seen recounts most horrid sight seen by the watch. A lioness hath whelped in the streets, and graves have yawned and yielded up their dead. Fierce, fiery warriors fought upon the clouds in ranks and squadrons in right form of war, which drizzled blood upon the Capitol. The noise of battle hurtled in the air. Horses did neigh, and dying men did groan, and ghosts did shriek and squeal about the streets. O Caesar, these things are beyond all use, and I do fear them.
What end can be avoided? From that is what is purposed from the mighty gods. Yet Caesar shall go forth. For these predictions are to the world in general as to Caesar.
When beggars die, there are no comets seen. The heavens themselves blaze forth. The death of princes.
Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once! Of all the wonders that I yet have heard, it seems to me most strange that men should fear, seeing that death, a necessary end, will come when it will come. What say the augurs?
Oh, we would not have you stir forth today, plucking the entrails of an offering forth. We cannot find a heart within the beast.
The gods do this in shame of cowardice. Yes, Caesar should be a beast without a heart if he should stay at home today for fear. Danger knows full well that Caesar is more dangerous than he. We are but 2 lions littered in one day, and I the elder and more terrible. And Caesar shall go forth.
Alas, my lord, your wisdom is consumed in confidence. Do not go forth today. Call it my fear that keeps you in the house, and not your own. We shall send Mark Antony to the Senate house, and he shall say that you are not well today. Let me, upon my knee, prevail in this.
Mark Antony shall say I am not well, and for thy humor, I shall stay at home. Here's Decius Brutus, he shall tell them so.
Caesar, all hail. Good morrow, worthy Caesar. I come to fetch you to the Senate house.
And you are come in very happy time to bear my greeting to the senators, and tell them that I will not come today. Cannot is false, and that I dare not. False, sir. I will not come today. Tell them so, Decius.
Say he's sick.
Shall Caesar send a lie? Have I in my conquest stretched mine arms so far to be afear to tell graybeards the truth? Decius, go tell them Caesar will not come.
Most mighty Caesar, let me know some cause, lest I be laughed at when I tell them so.
The cause? The cause is in my will. I will not come. That should be enough to satisfy the Senate. But for your private satisfaction, because I love you, I will let you know. Calpurnia here, my wife, stays me at home. She dreamt tonight she saw my statue, which like a fountain with 100 spouts did run pure blood, and many lusty Romans did came smiling and did bathe their hands in it. And these does she apply for warnings and portents and evils imminent, and on her knee hath begged that I stay at home today.
This dream is all amiss interpreted. It was a vision fair and fortunate. Your statue spouting blood and many pipes, in which so many smiling Romans bathed, signifies that from you great Rome shall suck reviving blood, and that great men shall press for tinctures, stains, relics, and cognizance. This by Calpurnia's dream is signified.
And in this way have you well expounded it.
I have. When you have heard what I can say, and know it now, the Senate have concluded to give this day a crown to mighty Caesar. If you shall send them word you will not come, their minds may change. Besides, it were a mock apt to be rendered for someone to say, break up the Senate till another day, when Caesar's wife shall meet with better dreams. If Caesar hide himself, shall they not whisper, lo, Caesar's afraid? Pardon me, Caesar, for my dear, dear love to your proceedings bids me to tell you this, and reason to my love is liable.
How foolish do your fears seem now, Calpurnia! I'm ashamed I did yield to them. You, give me my robe, for I will go. And look where Publius has come to fetch me.
Good morrow, Caesar.
Welcome, Publius. What Brutus are you stirred so early to? Good morrow, Casca. Caius Ligarius. Caesar was ne'er so much your enemy as that same ague which hath made you leave. What is it, o'clock?
Oh, Caesar, 'tis struck an 8.
I thank you for your pains and courtesy. See, Antony, that revels long o' nights is not withstanding up. Good morrow, Antony.
So to most noble Caesar.
Bid them prepare within. I am to blame to be thus waited for. Now Cinna, now Metellus. Let's, Trebonius. I have an hour's talk in store for you today. Remember that you call on me, and be near me that I may remember you.
Caesar, I will, and so near will I be that your closest friend shall wish it had been further.
Good friends, go in and taste some wine with me, and we like friends will straightway go together.
That every like is not the same. O Caesar, the heart of Brutus earns to think upon.
Caesar, beware of Brutus. Take heed of Cassius. Come not near Casca. Have an eye, the Cinna. Trust not Trebonius. Mark well Metellus Cimber. Decius Brutus loves thee not. Thou hast wronged Caius Vigarius. There is but one mind in all these men, and it is bent against Caesar. If thou beest not immortal, look about you. Security gives way to conspiracy. The mighty gods defend thee. Thy lover, Artemidorus. Here will I stand till Caesar pass along, and as a suitor I will give him this. Oh, my heart laments that virtue cannot live out of the teeth of emulation. If thou reads this, oh Caesar, thou mayst live. If not, the fates with traitors do contrive.
Lucius! Lucius! I prithee, boy, run to the Senate house. Stay not to answer me, but get thee gone. Why dost thou stay?
To know my errand, madam.
I would have had thee there, and here again, and I could tell thee what thou shouldst do there. Constancy be strong upon my side. Set a huge mountain between my heart and tongue. Have a man's mind, but a woman's might, and how hard it is for women to keep counsel. Art thou there yet?
Madam, what should I do? Run to the Senate house and nothing else? Return to you and nothing else?
Yes, bring me word, boy, if thy lord look well, for he went sickly forth. And take good note what Caesar doth, what suitors press to him. Hark, what noise was that?
I hear none, madam.
Prithee, listen well. I heard a bustling rumor, like a fray, and the wind brings it from the capital.
Sooth, madam, I hear nothing.
Come hither, fellow, which way'st thou been?
Mine own house, my lady.
What is the clock?
About the 9th hour, lady.
Has Caesar gone yet to the capital?
Oh, madame, not yet. I go to take my stand to see him pass on to the capital.
Thou hast some suit to Caesar, hast thou not?
That I have, lady. If it will please Caesar to be so good to Caesar as to hear me, I shall beseech him to friend himself.
Why? Knowst thou any harms intended towards him?
None that I know will be, much that I fear may chance. Good moral to you. Here the street is narrow. The throng that follows Caesar at his heels of senators, praetors, common suitors will crowd a feeble man almost to death. I'll get me to a place more void, and there speak to great Caesar as he pass along.
I must go in. I me how weak a thing the heart of a woman is. Oh, Brutus, the heavens speed thee in thy enterprise. Sure, the boy heard me. Brutus hath suit that Caesar will not grant. Oh, I grow faint. Run, Lucius! Run and commend me to my lord. Say, I am Mary. Come to me again and tell me what he doth say to thee. She's crazy. Am I?
Good morning, Rome! Lovely weather we're having. The moments of march are come!
Aye, Caesar, but not gone. Hail, Caesar! Read the sketch.
Tribonius, Balthazar, you are read at your best leisure. This is humble suit.
Oh, Caesar, read mine first, for mine's a suit that touches Caesar's near. Read it, great Caesar.
What touches us ourself is last served.
Delay not, Caesar, read it instantly.
What, is the fellow mad?
Sirrah, you place.
Well now, heard you your petitions in the street? Come to the Capitol. He wishes our enterprise may thrive. I fear our purpose has been discovered.
Look how he makes to Caesar. Mark him.
Casca, be sudden, for we hear prevention. Brutus, what shall be done? If this be known, Cassius and Caesar never turn back, for I will slay myself.
Constant. Aurelius Lena speaks not of our purposes. For look, he smiles, and Caesar doth not change.
Tribonius knows his time, for look you, he draws Antony out of the way.
Where is Metellus Cimber? Ah, let him go. I presently prefer a suit to
He is
Caesar.
addressed. Press near and second him.
Casca, you are the first that rears your hand.
Are we all ready? What is now amiss that Caesar and his Senate must redress?
Most high, most mighty, most puissant Caesar, Metellus Cimber throws before thy seat and humble heart.
I must prevent thee, Cimber. These couchings and these courtesies might fire the blood of ordinary men and turn preordinance and first decree into the law of children. Be not fond to think that Caesar bears such rebel blood, from the true quality from that which melteth fools. I mean sweet words, low crooked curtsies, and base spaniel fawning. Thy brother by decree is banished. If thou dost bend and pray and fawn for him, I spurn thee like a cur out of my way. No, Caesar doth not wrong, nor without cause will he be satisfied.
Is there no voice more worthy than my own, to sound more sweetly in great Caesar's ear, for the repealing of my banished brother?
I kiss thine hand, but not in flattery, Caesar. Desire indeed that Publius Cimber may have an immediate freedom of repeal.
What? Brutus!
Pardon, Caesar, pardon. As
you
low
too.
as to thy foot, does Cassius fall to beg enfranchisement of Publius Cimber.
I could pray to move if I were as you. If I could pray to move, prayers would move me. But I am constant as the northern star, of whose true fixed and resting quality there is no fellow in the firmament. The skies are filled with unnumbered sparks. They are all fire, and everyone doth shine. So in the world, 'tis furnished well with men, and men are flesh and blood and apprehensive. But there's but one in all the number that unassailable holds on his rank, unshaken of motion, and that I am he. Let me a little show it, even in this, that I was constant, Cimber should be banished, and constant too remains to keep himself.
Oh, Caesar!
Hence will thou lift up Olympus.
Great Caesar.
Doth not Brutus bootless kneel?
Speak, hands, for me!
Eto! Brutus! Then fall.
Liberty, freedom, tyranny is dead! Run hence, proclaim crying about the streets!
Some to the common pulpits cry out liberty, freedom, and enfranchisement.
People and senators, be not affrighted. Fly not, stand still. Ambition's debt is paid.
Go to the pulpit, Brutus.
And Cassius, too.
Where's Publius?
Here, quite confounded with this mutiny.
Stand fast together, let's stand friends
I
of
talk
Caesar.
not of standing. Publius, good cheer. There is no harm intended to your person or to no Roman else. So tell them, Publius.
And leave us, lest the people rushing on us to your age some mischief.
Do so, and let no man abide this deed but we, the doers.
I shall.
Where is Antony?
He fled to his house with his maids. Men, wives, children stared, crowded, and ran as it were doomsday.
Fates, we will know your pleasures. That we must die, we know. 'Tis but the time and drawing days out that men stand upon.
He that cuts off 20 years of life cuts off many years of fearing death.
Grant that, and then is death a benefit. So are we, Caesar's friends, that have abridged his time of fearing death. Stoop, Romans, stoop, and let us bathe our hands in Caesar's blood up to the elbows, and besmear our swords. Then walk we forth, even to the marketplace, waving our red weapons o'er our heads. Let's all cry, peace, freedom, and liberty!
Stood then and watched. How many ages hence shall this our lofty scene be acted over in states unknown and accents yet inborn?
How many times shall Caesar bleed in sport that now on Pompey's faces lies no worthier than the dust?
So oft shall that be, so often shall the none of us be called the men that gave their country liberty.
What shall we for?
Aye, every man away. Brutus shall lead, and we will grace his heels as the most boldest and noblest hearts of Rome.
Long live the Republic! Long live the Republic! Long live the Republic! Soft, who comes here? A friend of Antony's.
Thus, Brutus, does Antony bid me kneel. Thus does Mark Antony bid me fall down. And, being prostrate, thus he bid me say, Brutus is noble, wise, valiant, and honest. Caesar was mighty, bold, royal, and loving. Say I love Brutus, and I honor him. Say I feared Caesar, honored him, and loved him. If Brutus will vouchsafe that Antony may safely come to him, and be resolved how Caesar hath deserved to lie in death, Mark Antony will not love Caesar dead so much as Brutus living, but will follow the fortunes and affairs of noble Brutus through the hazards of this untrod state with all true faith. So says Mark Antony.
Antony, the wise and valiant Roman, I never fought him worse. Tell him, so please him come unto this place. He shall be satisfied, and, by my honor, depart untouched.
I'll fetch him presently.
I know that we shall have him well to friend.
I wish we may, but yet have I a heart that fears him much, and my misgivings so falls truly to the purpose.
But here comes Antony. Welcome, Mark Antony.
Oh, mighty Caesar, dost thou lie so low? Are all thy conquests, glories, triumphs, spoils shrunk to this little measure? Very well. I know not, gentlemen, what you intend. Who else must be let blood? Who else is rank? If I myself, there is no hour so fit as Caesar's death hour, nor no instrument of half the worth as those your swords, made rich with the most noble blood of all this world. I do beseech ye, if you bear me hard now whilst your purple hands do reek in smoke, fulfill your pleasure. Live 1,000 years, I shall not find myself so apt to die. No place will please me so, no mean of death, as here by Caesar, and by you cut off the choice and master spirits of this age.
Oh, Antony, beg not your death of us. To you, our swords have leaden points. Our arms have strength with malice, and our hearts of brother's temper do receive you in with all kind love, good thoughts, and reverence.
Your voice shall be as strong as any man's in the disposing of new dignities.
Only wait till we've appeased the multitude, beside themselves with fear. Then we will deliver you the cause why I, that did love Caesar when I struck him, have thus proceeded.
I doubt not of your wisdom. Let each man render me his bloody hand. First, Marcus Brutus, do I shake with you? Next, Caius Cassius, do I take your hand? Now, Decius Brutus, yours. Now yours, Metellus. Yours, Cinna. And my valiant Casca, yours. The last, not least in love, yours, Tribonius. Gentlemen all, alas, what shall I say? My credit now stands upon such slippery ground that one of two bad ways you must conceive me. Either a coward or a flatterer. That I did love thee, Caesar. Oh, 'tis true. If then thy spirit look upon us now, shall I not grieve thee dearer than thy death, seeing thy Antony making his peace, shaking the bloody fingers of thy foes, most noble in the presence of thy corse? Had I as many eyes as thou hast wounds, weeping as fast as they stream forth thy blood. It will become me better than to close in terms of friendship with thine enemies. Pardon me, Julius. Here wast thou bade, brave heart. Here dost thou fall, and here thy hunters stand, signed in thy spoil and crimson in thy leaf. O world, thou wast the forest to this heart, and this indeed, O world, the heart of thee. How like a deer stroken by many princes dost thou here lie. Pardon me, Cassius. The enemies of Caesar shall say this, that in a friend it is called modesty.
I blame you not for praising Caesar so, but what compact mean you have with us? Will you be picked in number of our friends, or shall we on and not?
Therefore I took your hands, but was indeed swayed from the point by looking down on Caesar. Friends, am I with you all, and love you all. Upon this hope that you shall give me reasons why and wherein Caesar was dangerous.
Or else were this a savage spectacle? Our reasons are so full of good regard that were you, Antony, the son of Caesar, you should be satisfied.
That's all I seek. And a moreover suitor that I may produce his body to the marketplace, and in the pulpit, as becomes a friend, speak in the order of his funeral.
You shall, Mark Antony.
Brutus, a word with you. You don't know what you do. Do not consent that Mark Antony speaks at this funeral. Know you how much the people may be uttered by what he might utter?
By your pardon, I will myself into the pulpit first. What Mark Antony shall speak, I will protest. He speaks by leave and by permission. And we are contented Caesar shall have all true rights and lawful ceremonies. It shall advantage more than do us wrong.
I know not what you mean. I do not.
Here, Mark Antony, take you Caesar's body. You shall not, in your funeral speech, blame us, but speak all good in the device of Caesar, and say you do it by our permission. Else shall you not have any hand at all about this funeral. And you shall speak in the same pulpit whereto I am going after my speech is ended.
Be it so. I do desire no more.
Prepare the body then, and follow us.
Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. Thou art the ruins of the noblest man that ever lived in the tide of times. Woe to the hand that shed this costly blood. Over thy wounds now do I prophesy, which like dumb mouths do ope their ruby lips to beg the voice and utterance of my tongue. A curse shall light upon the limbs of men. Domestic fury and fierce civil strife shall encumber all the parts of Italy. Blood and destruction shall be so in use, which like dreadful objects so familiar that mothers shall but smile when they behold their infants quartered with the hands of war. All pity choked with custom of fell deeds. Caesar's spirit ranging for revenge. With Ate by his side, come hot from hell, shall in these confines of the monarch's voice cry havoc, and let slip the dogs of war, that this foul deed shall smell above the earth with carrion men groaning for throne. You come from Octavius Caesar, do you not?
I do, Mark Antony.
Caesar did write for him to come to Rome.
I did receive his letters and his coming, and bid me say to you by word of mouth. Oh, Caesar.
Thy heart is big. Let thee pardon weep. Passion, I see, is catching to mine eyes. Seeing those beads of sorrow stand in thine began to water. Is Octavius coming?
He lies tonight within 7 leagues of Rome.
Post back the speed and tell him what has chanced. Here is the morning Rome, a dangerous Rome. No Rome is safety for Octavius yet. Hie hence and tell him so. Yet stay a while. Thou shalt not backtide try to my origin how the people take the cruel issue of these bloody men. According to the which, thou shalt discourse in young Octavius of the state of things. Lend me your hand.
To him I say that Brutus's love was no less than his. If then that friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I love Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. Had you rather Caesar were living and die all slaves, than that Caesar were dead, to live all free men?
No.
As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There is tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who is here so base that will be a bondman?
Not I.
If any, speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so rude that would not be a Roman?
Am a Roman.
Me too.
If any, speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so vile that will not love his country?
I love my country.
So do I. If any, speak, for him have I offended. I pause for reply.
None, Brutus, none. None.
Then none have I offended. I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus. The question of his death is enrolled in the Capitol. His glory not extenuated, wherein he was worthy, nor his offenses enforced, wherein he suffered death. But here comes Antony, who, though he had no hand at his death, shall receive a benefit of his dying, a place in the Commonwealth, as which of you shall not. With this, I depart that, as I slew my best lover for the good of Rome, I have the same dagger for myself, when it shall please my country to need my death.
Bring this tramp home into his house. Give him a statue of his ancestors.
Let him be Caesar.
Caesar's better part shall be crowned in Brutus.
We'll bring him to his house with shouts and clamors.
My countrymen!
Peace, silence, Brutus speaks. Peace, ho!
Good countrymen, let me depart alone. And for my sake, stay here with Mark Antony. Do grace to Caesar's corpse, and grace his speech tending to Caesar's glories, which Mark Antony, by our permission, is allowed to make. I do entreat you, not a man to part, save I alone, till Antony have spoke.
Stay here and let us hear Mark Antony.
Let him go to public chair. We'll hear him. No Antony, go up.
For Brutus' sake, I am beholding to you.
What does he say of Brutus?
He says for Brutus' sake, he's beholding to us all.
For best he speak no harm of Brutus here.
The Caesar was a tyrant.
Nay, that's certain. We bless the Romans rid of him.
Peace, let us hear what Antony can say.
Gentle Romans.
Peace, silence, Brutus.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him.
Better not.
The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often teared with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus hath told you Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault. And grievously hath Caesar answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest. For Brutus is an honorable man. So are they all honorable men. Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms to the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When that the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. You all did see that on the lupercal I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure, he is an honorable man. I speak not to disprove of what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then, to mourn for him?
He's not a point.
Oh, judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart is there in the coffin with Caesar, and I must pause till he'll come back to me.
Methinks there's much reason in his sayings.
If thou consider rightly of the matter, Caesar has had great wrong.
Has he, masters? I fear to be a worse come this place.
Mark ye his words, he would not take the crown, for this one he was not ambitious.
If it be found so, some will dare abide it.
Poor soul, his eyes are red as fire with weeping.
A nobler man roamed in Antony.
No, mark him, he begins again to speak.
Well, yesterday the word of Caesar might have gone against the world. Now lies he there, and none so poor to do him reverence. Oh, masters, if I were disposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I should do Brutus wrong and Cassius wrong, whom you all know are honorable men.
Honorable?
I would not do them wrong. I'd rather choose to wrong the dead, wrong myself, and you, than I would wrong such honorable men. But here is a parchment with a seal of Caesar. I found it in his closet. 'Tis his will. Let but the commons hear this testament, which, pardon me, I do not mean to read. And they will go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds, and dip their napkins in his sacred blood, yea, beg a hair of him for memory, and dying mention it within their wills, bequeathing it as a rich legacy unto their issue.
The will hear, Mark Antony.
Have patience, gentle friends, I must not read it. Is not meet you know how Caesar loved you. You are not wood, you are not stones, but men.
We are men.
And being men, hearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you. It will make you mad. 'Tis good you know not that you are his heirs, for if you should, oh, what would come of it?
The will hear the will. You shall read us the will, Caesar's will.
Will you be patient? Will you stay a while? I've shot myself to tell you of it. I fear I wronged the honorable men, whose daggers have stabbed Caesar. I do fear it.
They were traitors, honorable men. They weren't honorable.
You will compel me then to read the will.
Yes.
Read the will. Then make a ring about the corpse of Caesar, and let me show you him that made the will. Shall I descend?
Descend.
Give me leave.
Shall I believe? All right, stand around. Stand around the bodies. Gently, praise. Hey,
Nay,
don't
press
crush
yourself
me.
upon me. Stand far off.
Stand back. Bear back.
If you have tears, prepare to shed them now. You all do know this mantle. I remember the first time ever Caesar put it on. 'Twas on a summer's evening, in his tent, the day he overcame the Nervi. Look, in this place ran Cassius' dagger through. See what a rent the envious Casca made. Through this, the well-beloved Brutus stabbed, and as he plucked his cursed steel away, mark how the blood of Caesar followed it, as rushing out of doors to be resolved, if Brutus so unkindly knocked or no. For Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Judge, oh you gods, how dearly Caesar loved him. This was the most unkindest cut of all, for when the noble Caesar saw him stab, ingratitude, more strong than traitor's arms, quite vanquished him. Then burst his mighty heart, and in his mantle muffling up his face, even at the base of Pompey's statue, which all the while ran blood, great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall was there, my countrymen! Then I, and you, and all of us fell down, whilst bloody treason flourished over us. Oh, now you weep, and I perceive you feel the dint of pity. These are gracious drops. Kind souls, what weep you when you but behold our Caesar's vesture wounded? Look you here! Here's himself, marred, as you see, with traitors.
Oh, piteous spectacle. Oh, no, Caesar.
A woeful day.
Oh, traitor's fence. Oh, most bloody sight. We will be revenged. Revenge!
Say, countrymen! Good friends, sweet friends, let me not stir you up to such a sudden flood of mutiny. They that have done this deed are honorable. What private griefs they have, alas, I know not that made them do it. They are wise and honorable, and will no doubt with reasons answer you. I come not, friends, to steal away your hearts. I am no orator, as Brutus is, but, as you know me all, a plain, blunt man that love my friend. And that they know full well that gave me public leave to speak of him. For I have neither wit, nor words, nor worth, action, nor utterance, nor the power of speech to stir men's blood. I only speak right on. I tell you that which you yourselves do know, show you sweet Caesar's wounds, poor, dumb mouths, and bid them speak for me. But were I Brutus, Brutus Antony, there were an Antony would ruffle up your spirits, and put a tongue in every wound of Caesar that should move the stones of Rome to rise and mutiny!
We'll mutiny! We'll burn the house of Brutus!
Away, and come to conspirators!
Go!
Yet hear me, countrymen, yet hear me speak.
Come back, go!
Why, friends, you go to do you know not what. Wherein hath Caesar thus deserved your loves? Alas, you know not. I must tell you then. You have forgot the will I told you of.
Oh, true, the will.
Here's the will, and under Caesar's seal, to every Roman citizen he gives, to every several man, 75 drachmas.
Oh, noble Caesar will revenge his death.
Moreover, he hath left you all his walks, his private arbors and new planted orchards on this side Tiber. He hath left them you and to your heirs forever. Common pleasures, to walk abroad and recreate yourselves. Here was a Caesar, when comes such another?
Never, never, come away, away. We'll take his body to the holy place when the brands fire the traitor's house. Take up the body. Go fetch fire.
Put down benches. Put down forts, windows, anything.
Go! We'll kill them.
Kill them all. Now let it whip. Mischief, thou art afoot. Take thou what course thou wilt. How now, Lepidus?
Octavius has already come to Rome.
Where is he?
He's at Caesar's house.
And thither will I straight to visit him. He comes upon a wish. Fortune is merry, and in this mood will give us anything.
And I have heard that Brutus and Cassius are led like madmen through the gates of Rome.
Belike they had some notice of the people, how I had moved them. Bring me to Octavius.
What is your name? Whither are you going?
Where do you dwell?
Are you a married man or a
bachelor? Answer every man directly.
I am wisely.
I am briefly.
I am truly you are best.
What is my name? Whither am I going? Where do I dwell?
What are the questions you want answered?
Yeah! Am I a married man or a bachelor? Then, to answer every man, directly and briefly, wisely and truly, wisely I say, I am a bachelor.
That's what does it say here? Foolish unmarried. I'll bear your bangs without fear. Directly.
Directly. I'm going to see his funeral.
As a friend or an enemy?
As a friend.
What?
That matter is answered directly.
For your dwelling, briefly.
Briefly, I do obey the capital.
Your name, sir, truly.
Truly, my name is Cinna.
I'm
These many then shall die. Their names are pricked.
Your brother too must die. Consent you, Lepidus?
I do consent.
Prick him down, Antony.
Upon condition, Publius shall not live. Who is your sister's son, Mark Antony?
He shall not live. Look, for the spot I damn him. But, Lepidus, go to Caesar's house, fetch the will hither, and we shall determine how to cut up some charge and legacies.
Shall I meet you here?
Or here, or at the Capitol.
This is a slight unmeritable man, me to be sent on errands. Is it fit, the threefold world divided, he shall be one of the three prepared?
So you thought him, you took his voice, that should be pricked to die in our black sentence of prescription.
Octavius, I have seen more days than you. And though we lay these honors on this man to ease ourselves of divers slanderous loads, he shall but bear them as the ass bears gold, to groan and sweat under the business, either led or driven as we point the way, and having brought our treasure where we will, then take we down his load and turn him off unto the empty ass to shake his ears and graze in commons.
You may do your will, but he's a tried and valiant soldier.
So is my horse, Octavius, and for that I do appoint him store of provender. It is a creature that I teach to fight, to whine, to stop, to run directly on, his corporal motion governed by my spirit. And in some taste is Lepidus but so. He must be taught and trained and bid go forth. A barren-spirited fellow, one that feeds on objects, arts, and imitations, which out of use and sale by other men begin his fashion. Do not talk of him but as a property. And now, Octavius, listen great things. Brutus and Cassius are living powers. We must straight make head. Therefore, let our alliance be combined, our best friends made, our means stretched, and let us presently go sit in council how covert matters may be best disclosed and open perils surest answered.
Let us do so, for we are at the stake, and bait about with many enemies, and some that smile have in their hearts, I fear, millions of mischiefs.
Have given me some worried cause to wish things done undone. But if he be at hand, I shall be satisfied.
I do not doubt, but that my noble master will appear, such as he is, will regard and honor.
He is not doubted. A word, Lucilius, how he received you, let me be resolved.
With courtesy and respect enough, but not with such familiar instances, but with such free and friendly conference as he hath used of old.
Thou hast described the hot friend cooling. Ever note, Lucilius, when love begins to sicken and decay, it useth and enforceth ceremony. There are no tricks in plain and simple faith, but hollow men like horses hot at hand. make gallant show and promise of their mettle. But when they should endure the bloody spur, they sink their trials. And like deceitful jades, comes his army on, they mean this that in Sardis to be quartered. The greater part, the horse in general, are come with Cassius. Hark, he has arrived. March gently on to meet him.
Stand ho!
Stand ho! 'Tis the one along.
Stand! Most noble brother, you have done me wrong!
Judge me, you gods. Wrong I, mine enemy? And if not so, how should I wrong a brother?
Brutus, the sober former of his high
Cassius, be content. Speak of you softly. I do know you well. But before the eyes of both our armies here, let us not wrangle. Bid them move away. Then in our tent enlarge your griefs, and I will give you audience.
Pindarus, bid the commanders lead their charges off a little from this ground.
Lucilius, do you the like, and let no man come to our tent till we have done our conference. And let Lucius Titinius guard our door.
But you have done me wrong, thou Sir Perillus. You have condemned and noticed Lucius Pella for taking bribes here of the Sardias, when my letters prey on his side because I knew the man was slighted off.
You wronged yourself to write in such a case.
In such a time as this, is not meet that every nice offense should bear his comment.
Let me tell you, Cassius, you yourself are much condemned to have an itching palm, to sell and buy your office for gold to undeservers.
I, an itching palm? You know that you're Brutus that speak this, or by God this speech or else your last.
The name of Cassius honors this corruption, and chastisement doth hide his head.
Chastisement!
Remember March, the eyes of March. Did not great Julius bleed for justice' sake? What villain that did touch his body that did stab, and not for justice? What, shall one of us that struck the foremost man of all this world, but for supporting robbers, shall we now contaminate our fingers with base bribes, and sell our mighty spaces of large honors for so much trash as may be grasped thus? I'd rather be a dog and bathe the moon than such a Roman.
Brutus, bay nam, I'll not endure it. You forget yourself to hedge me in. I am a soldier, I, older in practice, abler than yourself to make conditions.
Go to, you are not, Cassius.
I am.
I say you are not.
Urge me no more, I shall forget myself. Have mind upon your health, tempt me no further. Hear me, for I will speak. Must I give way and room to your rash choler? Shall I be frighted when a madman stares? Oh, ye gods, must I endure all this? Aye, all this and more. Fret till your proud heart breaks. Go show your slaves how clever you are, and make your bondmen tremble. Must I, bud, must I observe you? Must I stand and crack into your testy humor? By the gods, you'll digest the venom of your spleen, though it do split you. For, from this day forth, I'll use you for my mirth, yea, for my laughter, when you are waspish. Is it come to this? You say you are a better soldier. Let it appear so. Make your vaunting true, and it shall please me well. For mine own part, I shall be glad to learn of noble men. You wrong me every way, you wrong me, Brutus. I said an elder soldier, not better. Did I say better? If you did, I care not. When Caesar lived, he does not thus have moved me. Peace, peace. He durst not so tempted him. I durst not? No. What, durst not tempt him? For your life, he durst not. Do not presume too much upon my love. I may do that I shall be sorry for. There is much that you should be sorry for. There is no terror, Cassius, in your threats. For I am armed so strong in honesty that they pass by me as the idle wind, which I respect not. I did send to you for gold to pay my allegiance, which you denied me. I denied you not! You did. I did not! He was but a fool that brought my answer back. Brutus has rised in my heart. A friend should bear his friend's infirmities, for Brutus makes mine greater than they are! I do not, till you practice them on me. You love me not. I do not like your faults. A friendly I could never see such faults. A flatterers could not, they do appear as huge as high Olympus. Come, Antony and young Tragedius, come! Revenge yourself alone on Cassius, for Cassius a weary of the world. Here is my dagger. Sharp as thou didst with Caesar. For I know, when thou didst hate him most, thou loved him better than thou ever loved Cassius. Sheathe your dagger. Be angry when you will, it shall have scope. Do what you will, this honor shall be humor. O Cassius, ye are yoked with a land that bears anger as the flint carries fire, which, much enforced, shows a hasty spark, and straight is cold again. Does Cassius live to be by mirth and laughter when blood and grief ill-tempered vexes him? When I spoke that, I was ill-tempered too. Do you confess so much? Give me your hand. And my heart too. Oh, Brutus. What's the matter? Haven't all you love enough with me when that rash humor which my mother gave me makes me forgetful? Yes, Cassius, and from henceforth, when you are over earnest with your Brutus, you'll think your mother chides and leave you so. You shall not come to that! Not shall stay!
baby.
Oh no, what's the matter?
For shame you don't know. What do you mean? Love and be friends as such men should be. For I've seen more years, I'm sure, than you.
Oh, vilely does the cynic rhyme.
Get you hence, sirrah, saucy fellow, hence.
Bear with him, 'tis his fashion.
I'll know his humor when he knows his time. What should the war do with these jigging fools? Companion, hence.
No,
Wait, be gone.
I'll talk to him another one day. Let's go.
Lucilius and Tritinius, bid the commanders prepare to lodge their companies tonight.
And bring Masala with you, immediately to us.
Lucius, full of wine.
I don't think you could have been so angry.
Oh, Cassius, I am sick of many griefs.
Of your philosophy you make no use if you can place accidental evils.
Portia is dead.
Portia?
She is dead.
How escaped I killing when I crossed you so, unsupportable and touching loss? Upon what sickness?
Impatient of my absence and grief that young Octavius and Mark Antony have grown so strong. For with her death that tidings came. With this she fell distract and her attendants absent. Swallowed fire.
And died so?
Even so.
Oh, ye immortal gods!
Speak no more of her. Give me a bowl of wine. With this I bury all unkindness.
My heart thirsts for that noble pledge. Fill, Lucius, till wine or fill the cup. I cannot drink too much of Brutus's love.
Come in, Titinius. Welcome, good Masala. Come sit we about this table here and call into question our necessities.
Portia, I will talk on.
No more, I pray you. Masala, I have here received letters that Octavius and Mark Antony come down upon us with a mighty power, bending their expedition toward Philippi.
Myself have letters of the self-same tenure.
With what addition?
That by prescription and bills of Valerie, Octavius, Antony, and Lepidus have put to death 100 senators.
And our letters do not well agree. Mine speak of 70 senators that died. By their prescription, Cicero being one.
Cicero one?
Cicero was dead, and by that order of prescription. Had you your letters from your wife, my lord?
No, Masala.
Nor nothing in your letters writ of her?
Nothing, Masala.
That makes it strange.
Well, I ask you, here you ought to have heard yours.
No, my lord.
Now is you a Roman? Tell me true.
And like a Roman bird, the truth I tell. For certain she is dead, and by strange manner.
Why, farewell, Portia. We must die, Masala. With meditating that she must die once, I have the patience to bear it now.
Even so great men great losses should endure.
I have as much of this in art as you, but yet my nature cannot bear it so.
Well, to our work alive. What do you think of marching to Philippi presently?
I think it no good.
Your reason?
This it is. 'Tis better that the enemy seek us. Hence he weary his soldiers to himself offense, whilst we lying still are full of rest, defense, and nimbleness.
Good reason must the force give place to better. The people took Philippi and this ground do stand but in a forced affection, and have grudged this contribution.
Hear me, good brother.
Under your pardon. We must know that we have tried the utmost of our friends. Our legions are brimful, our cause is ripe, the enemy increaseth every day. We, at the height, are ready to decline. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which, taken at the flood, leads on to fortune. Omitted how the voyage of their life is bound in shallows and in miseries.
Then, with your will, we'll go along and meet them at Philippi.
The deep of night has crept upon our talk, and nature must obey necessity, which we will curtail with a little rest. There is no more to say?
No more. Early tomorrow shall we hence.
Lucius, my gown. Good night, Titinius. Farewell, good Masala. Noble brother, good night, and good repose.
Oh, brother, it's been an ill beginning of the night. Never let such division come between our souls. Let it not, Brutus.
Everything is well.
Good night, my lord.
Good night, good brother.
Good
Good night, Lord Brutus.
Farewell, everyone. See you again. Where is thy instrument?
Here in the tent.
Oh, thou speaks drowsily. Poor knave, I blame thee not. Thou art on the watch. Call Pinderus and some other of my men. I'll have them sleep on cushions in my tent.
Borrow, Pinderus?
Calls, my lord!
I pray thee, sirs, lie in my tent and sleep. It may be that I shall by and by commend you to my brother Cassius.
So please you. We just stand by and watch. Your pleasure.
I will not have it so. Sit down, sirs. It may be that I shall otherwise bethink me. Here's the book I sought for so. I put it in the pocket of my gown.
I am sure your lordship did not give it to me.
Bear with me, good boy. I am much forgetful. Canst thou hold up thy heavy eyes a while, touch thy instrument a string or two?
Aye, my lord. It please you.
It does, my boy. I trouble thee too much, but thou art willing.
It is my duty, sir.
I do not urge thy duty past thy right. I know young blood look for a time of rest.
I have slept already, my lord.
'Twas well done. Thou shalt sleep again. I will not hold thee long. If I do live, I will be good to thee.
Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that is born to be king over the sea to sky.
This is a sleepy tune. Oh, murmurous slumber. Ha! Who comes here? I think it is the weakness of mine eyes that shapes this apparition. Comes upon me. Art thou anything? Art thou some god, some angel, or some devil that makes my blood cold and my hair to stare? Speak to me, what thou art.
Thy evil spirit, Brutus.
Why comest thou?
To tell thee thou shalt see me at Philippi.
Will I see thee again?
Aye, at Philippi.
Why, I shall see thee again at Philippi. Now that I've taken heart, thou vanishest. Ill spirit, I would hold more talk with thee. Boy, Lucius, Varro, Pinderus, sirs, awake, Pinderus.
The strings, my lord, are false.
He thinks he is still at his instrument. Lucius, awake.
My lord?
Why didst thou dream that thou didst so cries out?
I did not know that I did cry, my lord.
Yes, that thou didst. Didst thou see anything?
Nothing, my lord.
Sleep again, Lucius. Sirrah, Pinderus, fellow thou, awake!
Yes, my lord!
Why did you, sir, so cry out in your sleep?
Did we, my lord?
I saw you anything?
No, my lord. I saw nothing.
Go and commend me to my brother Cassius, and bid him set on his powers the times before. We will follow.
It shall be done, my lord.
hopes are answered. You said the enemy would not come down but keep the upper hills and regions. It proves not so. Their battles are at hand. They mean to warn us at Philippi here, answering before we demand of them.
Tut, I am in their bosoms, and I know wherefore they do it. They could be content to visit other places, and come down with fearful bravery, thinking by this face to fasten in our thoughts that they have courage. Ha! It is not so.
Prepare your generals. The enemy is coming at gallant show. Their bloody surge of battle has come out, and something to be done immediately.
Octavius, lead your battle softly upon the left hand of the even field.
Upon the right hand I, keep thou the left.
Why do you cross me in this exigent?
I do not cross you, but I will do so.
Octavius.
Mark Antony, shall we give sign of battle?
No, Caesar, we will answer on their charge.
Stir not, for the signal.
Words before blows, is it so, countrymen?
Not that we love words better, as you do.
What? Good words are better than bad strokes, Octavius.
In your bad strokes, Brutus, you give good words. Witness the hole you made in Caesar's heart, crying, "Long live, hail Caesar."
Antony, the posture of your blows are yet to know, but for your words they wrote the hypotheses and leave them honeyless.
Not stingless, too.
Oh, yes, and soundless, too. For you have stolen their buzzing, Antony, and very wisely threatened before your state.
Villains, you did not so when your vile daggers hacked one another in the sides of Caesar. You showed your teeth like apes and fawned like hounds, and bowed like bondmen, kissing Caesar's feet. Well, damn it, Cassius like a cur, behind struck Caesar on the neck. Oh, you flatterers.
Flatterers! Now, Brutus, think yourself. Let's tell my not so have a bended today if Cassius might have ruled.
Come, the cause. If arguing make us sweat, the truth of it will turn to redder drops. Look, I draw a sword against conspirators. When think you that the sword goes up again? Never, till Caesar's 33 wounds be well avenged. Or until another Caesar have added slaughter to the sword of traitors!
Caesar, thou canst not die by traitors' hands unless thou bringst them with thee.
So I hope. I was not born to die on Brutus' sword.
Oh, if thou were the noblest of thy strain, young man, thou couldst not die more honorable.
Yeah. A peevish schoolboy worthless of such honor, joined was a massacre and a reveler.
Old Cassius still.
Come, Antony, away. Defiance, traitors, hurl we in your teeth. If you dare fight today, come to the field. If not, when you have stomachs.
Death.
Why now, blow in, so bellow, some bark. The storm is up and all is on the hazard.
Hark, Lucilius, ho, a word with you.
My lord?
Messala.
What says my general?
Messala, this is my birthday. As this very day Cassius was born. Give me thy hand, Messala. Be thou my witness that, against my will as Pompey was, am I compelled to set upon one battle all our liberties. Our army lies still, ready to give up the ghost.
Believe not so.
I but believe it partly, for I'm fresh of spirit and full of resolve to meet all perils very constantly.
Even so, Lucilius.
Now, most noble Brutus, the gods stand friendly today, as we may, lovers in peace, lead on our days to age. But since the affairs of men rest uncertain, let's reason with the worst that may befall. If we do lose this battle, as this the very last time we shall talk, then what are you determined to do?
I know not, but I do find it cowardly and vile, for fear of what might fall. So, arming myself with patience to stay the providence of some powers that govern us below.
Then, if we do lose this battle, you are contented to be led in triumph through the streets of Rome?
No, Cassius, no. Think not, thou noble Roman, that ever Brutus will go bound to Rome. He bears too great a mind. But this same day must end the work the Ides of March begun, and whether we shall meet again, I know not. Therefore, our everlasting farewell take.
Forever and forever farewell, Brutus.
Why then, lead on. Oh, that a man might know the end of this day's business ere it come. But it sufficeth that this day will end, and then the end is known. Come ho, away! Perceive the cold air from Octavius' wing, and sudden blow gives them the overthrow. Run, Messala! Let them all come down!
Run! Wait, please. My lord, please. Please, you don't understand.
I understand all too well. Look, Titinius, look, the villains fly. Myself up to mine own turned enemy. Sinsign of mine was turning back. I slew the coward and did take it from him.
Oh, Cassius, Brutus gave the word too early, who, having some advantage on Octavius, took it too eagerly. His soldiers fell to spoil, whilst we by Antony are all enclosed.
Further off, my lord! Fly further off! Mark Antony is in your hands, my lord. Fly, fearful noble Cassius. Fly far off.
This hill is far enough. Look, Titinius, are those my tents where I perceive the fire?
They are, my lord.
Oh, Titinius, if thou loved me, mount thou my horse, and hide thy spurs in him till he brought thee up to yonder troops. And here again may I rest assured whether yonder troops are friend or enemy.
I will be here again, even with a thought.
Go, Pindarus, get higher on that hill. My sight is ever so thick. Regard Titinius and tell me what knowest about the field. This day I breathed first. Time has come round, and where I did begin, there I shall end. My time has run his compass. What news, Sarah?
My lord!
What news?
He's on! I almost on him! Now, the knife! Oh! He's my skew!
Come down, behold no more. Oh, coward I am, to live so long to see my pestilent tank before my face. Come hither, Sarah. In Parthia did I take thee prisoner, and I swore thee, saving thy life, that whatsoever I did bid thee do, thou shouldst attempt it. Come now, keep thine oath. Now with this good sword that ran through Caesar's bowels, search this book.
No, no!
Stand not to answer. Take all the hilts, and when my face is covered, ask this now, guide thou the sword. Ah! Caesar! Silent revenge, even with a thorn, that kills me!
I'm free! You will not so have me. Thus I have done on my will. O Cassius, far from this country, Pindarus shall run, where never Roman shall take notice of him.
Where did you leave him? All this conflict, what hinders confinement on this hill?
Is not that he that lies upon the ground?
He lies not like the living. Oh, my heart!
Is not that he?
No, this was he, Messala. Cassius is no more. O setting sun, as in thy red rays thou dost sink tonight, so in his red blood Cassius' day is set. The sun of Rome is set. Our day is gone, clouds, dews, and dangers come, our deeds are done. Mistrust of my success hath done this deed.
Mistrust of good success had done this deed. O hateful heir, melancholy's child, why dost thou show to the apt thoughts of men the things are not? O heir, soon conceived, thou never comest unto a happy birth, but kiss the mother that engendered thee.
What, Pindarus? Where art thou, Pindarus?
Seek him, Titinius, whilst I go to meet the noble Brutus, thrusting this report into his ears. And I may say, thrusting it, for piercing steel and darts and venom, shall be as welcome to the ears of Brutus as the tidings of the sight.
Hie, Messala, and I will seek for Pindarus the while. Why didst thou send me forth, brave Cassius? Did I not meet thy friends, and did not they put on my brow this wreath of victory and bid me give it thee? Didst thou not hear their shouts? Alas, thou hast misconstrued everything! But, hold thee. Take this garland on thy brow. Thy Brutus bid me give it thee, and I will do his bidding. Brutus! Come apace, and see how I regarded Caius Cassius. By your leave, gods, this is a Roman's part. Come Cassius' sword, and find Titinius' heart.
O Julius Caesar, thou art mighty yet. Thy spirit walks abroad and turns our swords in our own proper entrails.
Brave Titinius. Look, where he has now granted Cassius.
Are yet 2 Romans living such as these? Blessed of all the Romans, fare thee well. It is impossible that ever Rome should breed thy fellow. Friends, I owe no tears to this dead man, then you shall see me pay. I shall find time, Cassius. I shall find time. Come, therefore, and to Fasto send his body. Let's not have his funeral in our camps. Let us discomfort us. Come, Lucilius. And come, young Cato. Let us to the field. Labio and Flavius, set our battles on. And Romans, 'tis 3 o'clock. Let's try fortune in a second fight.
Victory will be ours.
Triumph!
Onward!
Yes, countrymen! Oh yes, hold on your head!
What bastard doth not? Who will go with me? I will proclaim my name upon the field. I am the son of Marcus Cato. Ho! Oppose the tyrant and my country's friend. I am the son of Marcus Cato. Ho!
There you are.
And I am Brutus, Marcus Brutus. I, Brutus, my country's friend, so before Brutus. Lucilius, help! Yonder noble Cato, art thou to help? Why thou so darest us bravest attend? Praise be honored, pity Cato's son.
Yield or thou diest.
Only I yield to die. So much as thou wilt kill me straight, kill Brutus, and be honored in his death.
We must not, a noble prisoner.
Room ho, till Anthony, Brutus is king.
I'll tell the news.
Brutus is king, my lord.
Where is he?
Safe, Anthony. Brutus is safe enough. I dare assure thee that no enemy shall ever take a life the noble Brutus. The gods defend him from so great a shame. When you do find him, or alive or dead, he will be found like Brutus, like himself.
This is not Brutus, friend. But I assure you, a prize no less in worth. Keep this man safe. Give him all kindness. I'd rather such men my friends than enemies. Go on and see where Brutus be alive or dead, and bring us winter to Octavius' tent, how everything is chanced.
Sit thee down, Titus. Telling me the word.
Oh my lord, what a pitiful sight.
Poor young Cato, its heir to bloom.
It is a deed in fashion. Hark thee, Titus.
What? No, not for the world.
Be stand no words.
I'd rather kill myself.
Hark thee, Sardinius.
Shall I do such a deed?
Come, Polonius, list the word.
What says my lord?
Titus, Polonius, the ghost of Caesar visits me 2 several times by night. I started once, as last night here at Philippi Field. I know my element. Not so much. Nay, I'm sure it is Polonius. Thou seest the world, Polonius, how it goes. Our enemies beat us to the pit. And it is more worthy to leave ourselves than tarry till they push us. Good Polonius, thou knowest we two went to school together, even for neither love old, but indeed, hold down our social, whilst I do run upon it.
That's not an office for a friend, my lord.
Fly, fly, my lord. There's no terror in here.
Farewell to you. And you. And you, Antonius. Countrymen, my heart doth joy, yet in all my life I found no man, but he was true to me. I shall have more glory by this losing day than Mark Antony and Octavius by this vile conquest shall attain unto. Fare you well at once, for Brutus' tongue have ended his life's history. Night hangs upon my eyes, and my bones would rest, that I but labored to attain this hour.
Fly, my lord, fly.
Hence, I will follow.
I've fallen.
Wait, did he actually fall?
Good Lucius, pay thou by thy lord. Thou art a fellow of good respect, thy life hath respect and honor in it. Hold then my sword, whilst I do run upon it. Wilt thou, Lucius?
No, my lord. Give me your hand first. Farewell, my lord.
Farewell, Lucius. Caesar, now be still. I killed not thee with half so good a will.
What man is that? My master's now. Lucius, where is thy master?
Free from the bondages you were in, Messala, the conquerors could make a fire of him now. For Brutus hath overcome himself, and no man else hath honor by his death.
So, Brutus should be found. I thank thee, Brutus, that thou hast proved Lucilius saying true.
All that serve Brutus, I will entertain them. Fellow, wilt thou bestow thy time with me?
If Messala prefers me to you.
Do so, good Messala.
How died my master, Lucius?
He took his own life most bravely.
Octavius, then take him to follow thee that did the lady service to my master.
This was the noblest Roman of them all. All the conspirators save only he did that in envy of great Caesar. He, only in a general honest thought, in common good to all, made one of them. His life was gentle, and the elements so mixed in him that nature might stand up and say to all the world, this was a man.
All hail Brutus.
Brutus hail.
According to his virtue, let us use him, with all respect and rites of burial. Within my tent his bones tonight shall lie, most like a soldier ordered honorably. So call the field to rest, and let's away, to port the glories of this happy day.